She's allowing people to come at levels like nobody's ever seen. And the corrupt media is outraged that I keep talking about migrant crime and the migrant crime epidemic. It's the worst thing that's happened to our country in 50 years. They're taking over our small towns and cities. They're taking over our big cities, too. Look at New York. Look at Chicago. Look at Los Angeles. Look at our biggest cities. They can't move. They can't function. The crime is through the roof. And if you fight it, you get indicted. The mayor of New York, you fight it, you get indicted. He was appalled at what was happening, and they indicted him. And I predicted it. I said he'll be indicted within a year because I saw he was saying, this is horrible. This is horrible for our city. I mean, we have thousands and thousands of people all over the streets, and they're rough people. They're rough people. And I say they come from prisons. These are tough people. And I'm outraged that Kamala Harris keeps importing. They keep coming. But the other day, 2 days, she's getting killed in the issue, and I think it's maybe the most important. Right now, it may be the most. To me, it's the most important issue. You know, inflation, we can solve it. So many things we can solve. When you let 21 million people in our country, and let me tell you, if she's here for 4 years, she'll have 200 million people in our country, and they will likewise come from prisons and mental institutions. So I'm outraged that over 13,000, the exact number is 13,099, convicted illegal alien murderers are now on the loose. They allowed to come in over 13,000 murderers, many of them murdering many more than one person. They're murderers. And they're out there someplace. Who knows? We may have a few in the room. Would anybody like to raise your hand? No, think of it, 13,000. It's 240,000 very serious, but it's actually 644,000 major criminals came in with the 21 million people. You ever watch, there's some murder escapes jail. They have a dragnet. They have a big dragnet. They're looking all over every city, every state. They're looking. We got 13,000 people that are worse than any criminal that we've been looking for a long time. I mean, you have some of these guys have committed 10 murders, 12 murders. Many were on the death chamber. They're going to be executed. They said, why should we execute them? They're letting all their prisoners out of jails. They're taking all their gang members in town, and they're letting them out. Caracas, Venezuela, crime is down 72%. They're down because they're taking all their criminals and putting them here. Remember, Kamala was the border czar. She was appointed. Now she doesn't want that title, but she had that title for 3.5 years. And I'm really outraged when I look at the television screen a few days ago and I see her up there trying to justify how well she did on the border. Worst border in the history of our country, and a bad human being.